Hey guys, what's up? Winnie here. Today we're going to be testing out the brand new KKW Skin Perfecting Body Foundation. I'm someone who is super clumsy and I bruise easily, so I feel like this would be great to cover up any bruising or scars and marks, and I have a really uneven tan right now, so we're going to test this out. This was a part of the new KKW Beauty Body Collection, and I believe everything in the collection has sold out. I don't know if she plans on restocking or not, but I'll put some information on the screen or down below if I hear of it. I actually got the set that comes with a brush for application, so that's inside of here, and I really didn't want to get the set. I was just getting the body foundation, but that sold out right away. I just didn't really think I needed the brush, even though I think it looks nice. I was just hoping to use my hands to apply or one of my other thousands of brushes that I already have. But you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and test the brush out and see how it goes. So since this product is still sold out, I wanted to try it out and compare it with the Sally Hansen Airbrushed Legs leg makeup, because we may or may not have a dupe on our hands. I remember using the Sally Hansen Airbrushed Legs makeup that came in like a spray can, like way back when. I feel like that's been around for a long time. This is new to me and I really wanted to see how it would compare because it's in a similar like foundation consistency. So we're gonna test them out next to each other and see how it looks. So first, let's talk about the Skin Perfecting Body Foundation. I got it in the shade Light. It came in 7 shades, and I kind of went off of her IG posts and videos to see which one would match me best. And it says on the website, Light is a soft nude with warm undertones, which is perfect for me. But anyway, I want to open this up and see what it looks like. I haven't taken anything out of the packaging yet. So this is what it looks like. I really like the very simple and minimal packaging for her beauty products. And it is a very similar packaging in like a squeeze tube form with the Sally Hansen Airbrushed Legs. And both of them are actually 4 fluid ounces, so they're the same amount. I think the KKW packaging is just taller and slimmer. I really want to know if it has a scent to it or not, so I'm just gonna sniff it. I sniff everything. Just smells like foundation. There's not like a scent to it or anything. And I also love the packaging for the body brush. It's in like a Ziploc bag, but it's all the same color. Everything matches. And here is the body brush. It's super soft actually. And just a little bit of information on the body foundation. It says it works to blur imperfections, enhance skin tone, and provide a flawless finish. So it's supposed to have some light diffusing spheres in it to blur imperfections, while the silky powders leave the skin with a naturally flawless finish that's never sticky or heavy, and it is supposed to be water resistant. Those are really the main things that I'm concerned with when using a product like this. If it's going to be sticky, is it going to transfer, and is it going to be sweat and water resistant, or am I gonna have to worry about this coming off? But the instructions say to apply a small amount of body makeup on dry, clean skin directly onto your KKW Beauty brush, and you can reapply and basically build up the coverage if you want. It does say though you should set it with a translucent powder to lock it in and prevent it from transferring. So I'm gonna grab my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm gonna use that. To remove it, it says to use a makeup cleansing wipe or just soap and water. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, I'm sorry for my dry arms, but it does say to apply to clean skin. So I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of this onto the brush. Like this much. Okay, that's kind of a lot. I don't know why I did that. Okay, we're just gonna go in. I'm just gonna apply it to the arm like this. Ooh, it looks like the color is literally perfect. I don't think you can even see it. Ooh, it actually does have like a coconutty scent. Not coconut, I don't know. It's very light. It smells really good though. Okay, this actually looks really good. I know you can barely tell because the color is so perfect on my skin. So the front of my arm is a little bit tanner than like the back of my arm, so I'm gonna even that out. And I want to get the back of my hands. But I feel like I've used pretty much all the product that I squeezed onto the brush already. I thought that was kind of a lot. Squeeze a little bit more and blend it in. It blends really nicely. Now I'm one color on both sides. I don't know if you can honestly tell. It still does feel a little bit tacky, but I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm also going to set it with the translucent powder. But you can really tell from the back of my hands because it's covered up like the veins on the back of my hands a lot. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other arm with the Sally Hansen Airbrushed Legs. This is also in the light shade. This I believe only comes in maybe 3 or 4 shades, which is light, light medium, and dark. and this retails for around $13. I got it from Ulta. It says smooth on leg makeup, stays fresh and natural looking all day, covers freckles, veins, and imperfections, and it's supposed to be a lightweight, water resistant formula as well. So I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit of this onto my hand. This color, I will say, is a little bit more warm and orangey. So this is Sally Hansen and this is KKW. You can tell that this is definitely a little bit more warm and orangey. Okay, let's go ahead and smooth this on. This definitely has a very, very strong scent. It smells kind of like herbally, I don't know. I think it's a little bit darker than the KKW. I need a little bit more. And if you guys don't know, I have a keloid scar. Let's put it right over that to see if it covers that up at all. Not that I care about covering my keloid scar. I don't really even think about it, but I just want to see. I feel like it kind of sorta covered it, but you can obviously still see like the redness from the scar. So the Sally Hansen is definitely a little bit darker compared to the KKW. You can also see it's a little bit more orangey, but it doesn't feel too bad. It actually feels about the same compared to the KKW. I do have to get the other side of my arm because you can see how light it is compared to like this side. I really don't think there's a huge difference between the two. They both have decent coverage. I think the KKW might have a little tiny bit more coverage. Sally Hansen one is definitely a flat matte foundation. It looks very, very matte. I guess you could always put like a shimmer on or something, but I feel like it looks a little too matte. Pretty much dried down by now, but I can tell you that they still have a little bit of a tackiness to it, so I would definitely recommend putting some kind of translucent setting powder over the top of it just to keep it in place and keep it from transferring. Hey guys, so it's actually the next day now and I wanted to come back on camera to share some additional notes about the product. Now that I've played with it, I've had it on my skin for a little bit. So first of all, I showered last night and everything and I thought I had removed all of the makeup from both of my arms. But in the morning time, I looked at my arms in the sunlight and I could still see that the foundation was still on me. And I could really tell from my wrists compared to the palm of my hands because they were different colors. And the same was for my Sally Hansen Airbrushed leg makeup on the other arm. So both of the products ended up being really water resistant because it did not come off in the shower. And then when I woke up in the morning, I did not notice any of the body foundation on my sheets, and I have white sheets. I went ahead and used some Garnier Micellar cleansing water that removes makeup to just rub the makeup off of both of my arms, and that really did help. But I went in really hard and you really do have to scrub it off. And you could see how much of the product was still on both of my arms. And I did go ahead and apply both of the products to my legs to show you guys how it applies and also how it looks in the sunlight. I do really like how creamy and easy to blend the KKW body foundation is. I feel like the color is a great match and it does provide enough coverage for you to hide and blur any imperfections that you want. But I do think that the Sally Hansen Airbrushed leg makeup also does the job. When I applied it to my legs, I actually preferred the Sally Hansen just because my legs are a little bit tanner than my arms, but I think this looks more like a tan. This one I feel like was a little bit harder to blend. I think the formula is not as creamy and it does tend to kind of set or dry really quickly on your skin. Once it sets, it kind of stays in place, so I felt like I had to really work fast. I didn't like this around my ankles or my heels because I feel like it was way too noticeable, so you want to be very sparing around those areas using this. But again, I think these two are comparable products products if you absolutely need something to cover up any bruising or marks on your legs. I feel like you can get away with using the Sally Hansen leg makeup for a much lower price point since the KKW one is sold out. But after applying both of these products on my legs and seeing them in natural daylight, I actually want to say that this product is more suitable for like special occasions, maybe if you're going to an event or something, or if you're going to be taking lots of pictures, if you're going out, because I just feel like this makeup looks better under lighting like this. In natural lighting, I just feel like it looks very obvious that you have makeup on your legs, and especially because both of these products are a more matte finish. Even though I think they said the KKW one has like a luminescent blurring whatever to it, I didn't really notice that in natural lighting. It definitely looks like foundation on your legs. I just wouldn't suggest wearing this to like a pool party or like an outdoor like daytime event or anything, because it just looks kind of obvious unless you don't care about that. I wish it was more luminous or dewy looking on the skin. I did add a like luminous setting powder over the top of the KKW, and it still just looked really obvious that I had like a foundation and then shimmer over the top of it. So again, that's the reason why I feel like it's more of a nighttime special occasion, like picture taking product. But I'm gonna keep trying this with some of my other shimmer highlight products. But like I said, if you're in a bind and you're in need of something like this, I would definitely try out the Sally Hansen Airbrushed Legs leg makeup. You just have to make sure you match yourself to the shade that they have. The brush I actually really liked, and it did help a lot in blending the product on my skin, especially on my legs. However, I wouldn't spend like $30 something on something like this, just because my hands worked just as well, and I feel like you can kind of see the foundation on the brush does eat up a lot of product, and I can still feel it in the bristles. So you're actually kind of wasting more product when you're using a brush like this, but it's really personal preference. I feel like the brush works well, but your hands will do the job. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Let me know what you think of the KKW body collection, and sound off down below if you guys have tried the body foundation, and let me know how your experience was. And if you want to stay in touch with me on my other social media, those are linked down below for my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.